Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm sharing a story that will stay in your heart forever. It's about Anna, an ordinary woman who made one small decision that changed her life in the most extraordinary way. This isn't just a story. It's proof that sometimes a single moment can rewrite your destiny. You'll see how Anna went from feeling lost and unsure to living the life she always dreamed of, and how you could do the same. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might just find the courage to make your own life-changing decision. There was a time in my life when every day felt like a copy of the one before. Wake up, drag myself to a job I didn't love, go through the motions, smile when expected, then come home to a quiet apartment, where my only companion was the hum of the fridge. Deep down, I knew I wanted more, but the idea of making a big change scared me. Every time I thought about doing something different, a voice inside whispered, "What if you fail?" That fear kept me frozen for years. Then, one evening, scrolling through videos online, I came across a woman named Anna Williams. She spoke about how she left her safe but unfulfilling career after making one bold decision. She didn't sugarcoat it. She talked about fear, doubt, and sleepless nights, but she also spoke about freedom, fulfillment, and living a life she loved. Her words struck something deep inside me. That night, I sat at my kitchen table with an old notebook and wrote one sentence. From today, I will take control of my life. I didn't know exactly what it would look like, but the decision was made. For the first time in years, I felt hope. The next morning, I woke up before my alarm, feeling energy I couldn't explain. I promised myself that no matter how scared I felt, I would take steps toward my dream life. I didn't have a perfect plan. I didn't have much money, but I had made a decision, and that decision was about to change everything. Almost immediately, my comfort zone fought back. Friends told me I was making a mistake. Coworkers smirked when I hinted at wanting to leave my job. My parents, out of love, reminded me of the importance of stability. Each conversation made doubt creep in, but I kept returning to that night at the kitchen table. I started making small changes. I read books on personal growth, listened to motivational podcasts, and even wrote down 3 goals every morning. One afternoon, I saw a post from Anna Williams announcing a free online workshop about starting your own business. Normally, I would have scrolled past, thinking, that's not for me. But this time, I remembered my decision and signed up. During the workshop, Anna spoke directly to people like me, people stuck between fear and possibility. She said, "You don't need all the answers to start. You just need to start." Her words felt like permission to move forward. After the session, I joined her free mentorship group, where she shared resources and advice. Every evening after work, I spent hours learning new skills, mapping out ideas, and taking small actions. It was exhausting, but I felt alive again. Fear still whispered in the background, but it no longer had the power to stop me. My decision was no longer just a thought. It was becoming a daily commitment. Months passed, and then came the moment that tested me. A small freelance project in the field I wanted to enter landed in my inbox. The pay was lower than my job, and there was no guarantee of more work afterward. The safe choice would be to decline and keep my steady income. But I remembered Anna's story, how her turning point was saying yes when everything in her head told her to say no. I spent days debating. I wrote pros and cons, talked to friends, and paced my apartment. Finally, I thought back to my sentence in the notebook. Taking control of my life meant doing the scary thing. With my heart racing, I accepted the project. A week later, I submitted my resignation letter. Fear hit me like a wave, but under it was a current of excitement. The first few weeks were tough. My savings started shrinking, and there were nights I lay awake wondering if I'd made a huge mistake. During one low moment, I sent Anna a message. She replied within an hour. It's supposed to be hard. That's how you know it's worth it. Her encouragement was enough to keep me going. Slowly, more projects came in. I started building connections, getting referrals, and learning how to run my own business. Every day was uncertain, but it was my kind of uncertain. The following months were a mix of failures and breakthroughs. I learned that success isn't a single leap. It's a series of small, consistent steps. I faced rejection after rejection, but each taught me something new. I stayed up late, worked weekends, and poured every bit of myself into improving. Sometimes I missed the predictable rhythm of my old job, but then I'd remember how empty it had felt. My biggest breakthrough came unexpectedly. A client I'd worked with for a small project recommended me to a large company. That one introduction turned into a contract that paid more than my old monthly salary. When I told Anna, she laughed and said, "See, one brave choice leads to another." That moment cemented what I'd been feeling. My life was completely different because of that decision months ago. The people who had doubted me began to notice the change. Some asked for advice. Others admitted they had been wrong. It wasn't about proving them wrong, though. It was about proving to myself that I could live on my own terms. And I realized something even more powerful. The decision had changed not just my circumstances, but me. Now, looking back, I could see the clear line between my old life and the one I have now. And that line is a single decision. It wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It was the courage to say, I'm not going to live like this anymore, and the determination to follow through. That choice sparked a chain reaction, from the books I read, to the people I met, to the risks I took. Meeting Anna was part of that chain. She wasn't just a mentor. She became living proof that change is possible. She taught me that the right decision at the right moment can rewrite your entire story. Today, I work on projects I'm passionate about. I choose who I collaborate with, and I wake up excited instead of drained. I still face challenges, but now I see them as opportunities. I share my story for one reason, because I know someone out there is waiting for the perfect time to start. I want to tell them there is no perfect time. There is only now. One decision can turn fear into courage, doubt into belief, and dreams into reality. And if my journey and Anna's guidance proves anything, it's this. The life you want is one brave choice away. And that's how Anna's one decision transformed everything, from her career to her happiness. It wasn't magic. It wasn't luck. It was simply the courage to choose a different path. Now, imagine what could happen if you made your decision today. Your story could be the next one that inspires the world. If this touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because more life-changing stories are coming your way. Remember, your future is one choice away.